All right, welcome back. And we are in the final episode. It's going to be 23. And we're starting out with our awkwardly overloaded, oversized cargo. Now, I'd like to begin with an apology. I know I said we were going to do some sort of ridiculous overloading, and this is about as ridiculous as it's going to get. So I did some planning, moving vehicles around, getting fuel, excuse me, getting fuel essentially consolidated to one point, which we're going to pause here for a second. Just wanted to get through that spot. Let's shut the engine off. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you how much fuel is over here, but there's a whole bunch of fuel trailers over here. We grabbed, there was a trailer that I hadn't discovered yet even. And that had a metal beam on it, which we brought over to the slugger because it needs it. And got rid of all the trailers. There was a couple of, this is the only trailer that I left because it's part of this mission, and I feel like if I were to come back and restart this mission, it would go away. We repositioned some fuel trailers. If I kind of give you or our fuel trucks, I should say. If I give you a quick tour, that's White Valley. That's where we just were. Northport has its one fuel truck over here. I moved a couple of them, made sure we didn't have any extra trailers around. Pedro Bay only has the GMC, and it's moved a little bit closer to the port, or to the entrance. Mountain River has the Kodiak, and again, I moved it to the corner here because I figured that's going to be where we're going to need it. The Slugger is still waiting at the entrance to Pedro Bay. And that's it. Everything is cleared out. We're ready. So that's why I wanted to kind of get some prep done to get this done in one episode. So let's get it done. But yeah, no ridiculous overloading. The only overloading that we're going to do is this. And then we have a single piece on the Slugger, and we're going to have a single piece on this again. I kind of planned out what I'm going to do for each of the steps. Because this, we have to pick up 2 more concrete slabs yet. And we're going to get it where we drop off one of these big containers. And as we go, man, I have a tickle in my throat that is just not going away. As we go through, we will say our goodbyes to the zones and maybe talk a little bit about the zones in comparison to Michigan, the zones as they, dealing with ice for the first time, that kind of thing. And let's start by talking about that. So there's a lot of places in this, not this map. I guess there's a few in this map, but particularly Pedro Bay, and even in Northport where there's some ice. Oh, we're not gonna make it through here. Well, let's reposition this. That was unexpected. Get it turned as much as we can. Try and not just drop it this time. Okay, we're resituated. Just getting through that bridge was a little sketchy. Do we have to go through another bridge? No, not with this. So, but ice, obviously having chain tires, is it necessary? And I would say in most cases, no. There's, like I said, a few rare situations going to Pedro Bay with deliveries. Fuel vehicles was definitely a good choice. So like your fuel trucks, just throw a night, because you're leaving them on the roads, right? You're not really ever taking them off road that much. I did take the Transtar, it is the cab over from Michigan that you find in the swamp, that doesn't have all-wheel drive, doesn't have locking diff, and 39-inch tires. And I took that with its chain tires through that mucky spot to go pick up that other fuel trailer from sort of the northwestern part of Northport. So it did pretty good with that. So we're going to stop at our fuel, strategically placed fuel. Trying to use up as much of this as I can, because again, broken record, but we are going to have a ludicrous amount of fuel remaining. There's going to be, we're going to have to come back to sell any of these fuel trailers, because they're all going to have some fuel in it. And it's because we're sending 3 empty fuel trucks, right? I'd like to do that to kind of prep Taymyr to get rid of those 3 trucks. Now, I did take a peek at Map Runner. Taymyr does not have a lot of fuel, so we'll be coming back to get it with fuel trucks, and we might even be making a couple more fuel trucks. And that segues into our second topic of the day. Vehicles that we're taking with us and vehicles that we're getting rid of. So I got rid of the Zentos. And it's not because of the diff lock. I thought it was going to be because of the diff lock, but it's actually because of the transmission. I don't like fine-tuned transmissions. I don't like the slowness of switching from low to low hot plus and that kind of thing. And it also had sort of like a fine-tuned reverse that I would get in on accident sometimes, and it was just not fun to play with. So we got rid of it. And unfortunately, I'm going to say one more bad thing about it, but then I'll highlight the good things about it. But the kind of annoying part about it is you can't put stickers on it to sell it and make a few extra bucks. So that's the one additional little nitpicky negative, is that you could not put stickers on it to increase the value by 7,000 or so, you know? So I lost out on that one, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But it is a great truck. So don't get me wrong. It's, which way do I want to go with this thing? We have to go through pipes either way. This is the bridge though. We don't want to go through another bridge. I kind of wanted to end here though. I guess we can we can drop the one on the ground and end here. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not going through the woods with this one. So yeah, let's just drop it on the ground here. Our spare, and then we'll drive around and get that. Pick up 2. This is the way to go. And we just hit daytime, so perfect timing. I was kind of hoping it would be only night for a little bit of this. And I already know the screenshot I'm going to take. And it's going to be of the fuel. That's what our screenshot is going to be. So I think the biggest thing with the Zentos is it's got really good add-ons, right? So like the rear maintenance frame, and but it didn't have the low saddle, high saddle, which was kind of a negative. But you have other vehicles for that, right? Like that's not that big of a deal. The radar is really cool, and it kind of makes me want to look for another radar vehicle. And I might be doing some testing in between on Couch Snowrunner for low memory usage add-ons that modify vehicles that have a radar. It's not that I'm definitely going to continue using the burb side for scouting, but I'd like to have one with a radar as well, just in case. And I actually also deleted that Ford F350 or F550 or whatever it was, that one that was like super cheater. I just got rid of it because again, trying to free up storage for additional things. And then the other vehicle I got rid of was our first vehicle of the series, the Rezvani. I figured has served its purpose. It doesn't tow trailers. It's a very fuel efficient vehicle, and it does go good through mud, but I just figured we're going to be playing with other vehicles. So, and I have two very good scouts already. I have the burb side and I have the Lodestar. So we got rid of that one as well. All right, this is where we're going to park this thing. Let's just carefully get this thing off the side here and not tip. And we'll pick it up and yeah, because we don't need this trailer after this. We are done with this trailer, and this is a trailer store, which is where I wanted to end. We needed to turn this in, but then as soon as we're done, we can just get rid of it. Okay, so now the debate is, do we try and squeeze through here with this trailer, or do we go around? Let's just go around. Like it's, yeah, we got rid of all the fuel, extra fuel here. All right, we got to pick up two. Let me make sure I have the right thing. We have to pick up two concrete slabs for this step with this vehicle, and we're just going to overload it. We'll put it on the 3 slot. Don't pop my tire. Do not pop my tire. This thing is, I definitely have popped a lot of tires in this thing. So, map talk, while we're here in Mountain River, this is definitely my favorite map of, and I kind of touched on it in the last one, but the smaller size and sort of circular pattern of the map, and just the fact that there was so much crammed into this map, I feel like this had a lot of tasks and a lot of contracts and a lot of stuff originating and going to here and coming from here. And yeah, the one contest was kind of annoying, but contests are contests, right? That's a separate topic. And I think this is definitely like one of the cooler maps of Alaska. Again, it has a little bit of ice. There's a couple of places where you're definitely benefiting having chain tires, but not that many. So it's a good zone, though. I do like it. I think it could be... It's not very difficult. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of road. So there could be... And there is areas that are a little bit challenging, but it's not that bad. And you only have to go there for a little bit. You know, you go there for one task, that kind of thing, and then you're out. Like where you get the cat from, over on the east side, and then like there's a couple of tasks sort of what north of us where we are now. And you just don't have to really deal with anything. So that's, I guess, my one nitpick of Mountain River. Okay, drop you off. And then pick up concrete slab and on the loading platform. Get this. We're just gonna slap it right on top and pinch it and call it a day. I could probably put it on the back and put it sideways, but this is easier for once it's done. There we go. Oops. Got to... I definitely remember pressing the left joystick down to put the anchor down, but I tend to forget putting it back up. Alright, let's get this out of here. And then we'll get back around, and this, I think we are gonna drag through that path. We'll go through that sort of shortcut path. We will have to park this trailer and then load the container onto it. Here is our turn. Yeah, because this trailer can just get pulled. There's nothing in it now. I just gotta not dump these concrete blocks or whatever. Slabs. I've also been converting vehicles. You will see the new color that I've chosen for Taymyr when we get to the garage or something. I'll give you a hint. We went with a cold blue theme, and we went with a warm Taymyr theme for the... Let's kind of get this straight, and then I'm going to lock it so I can back it up. Pivot lock. The coolest thing about these trailers. And try and leave myself room to sneak in here. Should be able to get in there. Hopefully I don't knock this. This is probably a silly idea. How about we go around the front? How's that sound? I almost knocked it off already. Let's try and push this back on. There we go. Up, up, turn. See if I can get this lifted from here. Can I get it lifted from here and over is the question. Yes, I can. Turn. Good enough. That works for me. Except I want to re-pinch this. squeeze this way. Nope. Oop, there we go. That kind of worked. Let's just pick this up and straighten it. It's gonna bother me. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's get this. Oh, shoot. We're not going to be able to. I got to set this on the ground. I can't pack this with this attached. I got to just set this down on the ground. Fine. Yep, because if that was sitting on top, I would lose it. Spare crane. Please don't roll over. Let's unpack. Back. There we go. Just go straight backwards, please. Straight back. Straight back. Perfect. Let's take the pivot lock off. I was almost there too, but it was going to roll out of the zone. All right. Get this picked up again. And we'll swap vehicles. I don't remember where this goes. So that's phase 1. Now we're on to the Pedro Bay phase, which everything is on that trailer. So we just have to take it to 3 places. So when I get this picked up and ready to go first. I do not remember where it goes. I feel like a lot of my crane woes are because I tend to use the top-down view, and you can't see if it's like bumping into the arm or doing anything weird from the top down, but I don't know. I just like it better. Give that a pinch. Okay. Shut this off, and we shouldn't even have to change zones. We just swap into this guy. Yeah, I planned this all out. So the goal is to not lose these beams, because that's the last step. I think I can, let's see, where's our first spot? Factory first. Stock loading, actually any of them really. We could go stock loading first and then cut across the river, because we should be able to pack it by then. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that first? We'll try and wiggle our way through here and not lose those concrete blocks, or not the concrete blocks, the metal beams that are just perched on top. Let's not lose it right here. I'm gonna just stay slow. That thing is all the way full. I have so much fuel, man. This I have to unload 3 of these. I think I'm gonna leave this one full. I left the Transtar full as well. The Transtar's in the garage and full. But I think this one's also gonna be full. And then we'll unload the other 3, the Royal, the Kodiak, and the Cat. And those will be our 3. And if we lose a little bit of fuel in the transfer, it is what it is. I just drove right over that one. Do not pop a tire, please. I don't even have spare tires, I don't think. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I think as soon as we unload this at the basically the lumber mill, stock loading is what it's called, but it only has wood planks. Then we should be able to, because it's getting rid of 1 slab, which is enough for these beams to fall in. Just unpack and repack, and then we can cross the river and do the other 2. I put that mark in the wrong place. I need to turn left here. Okay, let's go slow. Biggest thing I'm afraid of is like jostling this trailer around. I can pick it up though. I do have a crane. This spot right here. This bump. Another good reason for these trailers though, as their suspension is definitely a lot like less jarring. If you're gonna overload, you may as well do it with good trailers. Oh, there was a little shift. Nope, stay. Stay. Eh, it worked. Okay, let's turn in this step and then unpack, pack. Hope that works. It does. All right. So now we can go across the river. Turn this one in right there, and then we can go down here and turn this one in right there, like so. And then this thing can, we might just speed up a trip back to the garage with this guy, because we are done with it. You know what we should do? Okay, this way. So while we're going over here, Pedro Bay, that darn contest, that's just what I focus on, drove me insane. Honestly, I would have been better off just towing it, I think. Risking it, taking damage. Just tow it slow, and then it'll probably be fine. But kind of a boring. It's a difficult zone, right? Because this is where the most ice is. It's a lot of off-road. It's a lot of bridges that you have to build to get to like 3 places, and then a few upgrades. So it's sort of annoying in that respect that there's just not much to do out here. But it's a really good zone. It's I like the amount of ice and challenging terrain, like this sort of mud pit coming up here. Okay. Should have been paying attention. But I mean, stuff like this, right? Where you have to drag big trailers of stuff through stuff like that. So, fun level high because of difficulty, but boring level also high because just not a lot of stuff to do. But this is sort of the theme that you have with, you know, final zones. If you think of like this in comparison to Drummond Island in Michigan, it's pretty much the same thing. It's not a ton of things to do. There's a few important upgrades to get. There wasn't even a vehicle out here. I guess, no, there was. Wasn't there? Yeah, there was. You get the Ankh out here, but you immediately delete it because it's garbage. All right. 1 metal beams and then we're done. Of course, it's at the farthest away spot. 82 miles away. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll fast forward this and say goodbye to Petra Bay. And I'm gonna just winch tow the GMC with me. We'll winch tow it all the way back to the White Valley garage. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna speed this up, turn this in, and like I said, that we'll get both of these vehicles out of this zone. So we are officially done in Pedro Bay. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, that took all day. But we are here. You get to see the fuel. Okay. Let's turn this off. Release this winch. And I'm just going to stop this for a second. We're going to refuel things. So, if you notice here, we have two 978s, right? 978s, 978. Okay. And this one's got three. We're going to end up filling this one, so I'm not going to do a final tally yet. So this is the one I've been taking fuel from to fill everything up as I come back. Now, over here, we have two, just to show you, two full 529s. So essentially, there's 3,000 gallons of fuel plus 3,300 gallons of fuel plus sitting here right now. And we're going to empty 3 fuel trailers into that empty big one and fill whatever is left of that other big one. So yeah, there's a lot of fuel here. I just took a gallon for my spare fuel. So let's fix that. Refuel. That one. We'll fill up the GMC right away with it. Fill up the fuel tank of the GMC. Fill up our roof rack. Oh, and I should have put another gallon in, but that's okay. And then we'll show you in the garage the color we picked. Because I'm going to change this one right away. And we'll park it. So we have been doing, unless there's a cool, let me see. Is there a cool two-tone? Oh, there might be. Except it's got this weird, yeah, I don't want those. Nope. Nope. DPW orange, boys. That's what we're doing. We're going warm. This one I'm not going to change. Oops, except I didn't select it. So this one I'm just going to leave these tires on because there's no point in me changing to muds. They're studded. So, and then if we look at our truck storage, we have this guy, the Fleet Star, the Vorons here. Everybody's filled up on repair points. Everybody's repaired because obviously they took a visit to Bob. Kiravet's, Longhorn, Lodestar, Transtar, that is full as well. The ASA 5319 Special, and the Burbside, which I haven't changed the color yet. Don't know if I'm gonna. We'll see. So let's get this guy into the garage as well. This we do have to change the tires over. I've been taking chain tires off and putting OHD2s on the fuel truck just because they're best in mud. And there is a lot of mud. Alright, let's do tires first. I'm just going to scroll. OHD2s. Purchase. Yes. Sell. Yes. And color. Is there a two-tone orange? There is sort of the default one, I guess. I think I like the DPW orange better. You know what that means? That's Department of Public Works. These are like, depending on where you live, some of them are green, some of them are yellows. It's just like an obnoxious color that they pick for whatever county or state that you're in. Okay. On to the last steps. We need to go find our... yeah, we'll do this one first. Actually, no. Let's do Northport first. So we can talk about Northport on our way out. We'll talk about both White Valley, I guess, and Northport. So I decided we're going to win We took the wind steer over here to grab these two, because these are 2 slaughters, not 4 slaughters. So I can fit 2 of them. But yeah, this way I can spend some time talking about both, because I'm going to have to navigate all of Northport, basically. And it's still daytime, so I didn't want to do this trip in the dark. But this is pretty much your starting zone. This is similar. There's a lot of front-loaded missions here. Very good zone. I do really like Northport. Again, it introduces you to snow and ice. This is the first time you touch it in the game, if you follow it in order. In fact, even in the tutorial of the campaign, they send you to Alaska to leave the garage and look around and be like, oh god, it's cold, and then you go back inside and go back to Michigan. So good zone. Large, difficult, lots of things going on. I guess I wouldn't say difficult. It's not very difficult. A lot of roads, just a lot of things to do. And there is some like difficult areas that are muddy and snowy, and they kind of introduce you to everything that a snow zone can offer, which I feel like the game is kind of missing. They really haven't done a snow zone since Taymyr. I guess there's a little bit of snow in season 11, but it's not really like snow, you know? It's just like, oh, there was some leftover snow piles on the ground. But yeah, I like it. It's a fun zone to play. I think one of the funnest things when you first get here is if you bump into a tree. Like, we're gonna bump into a tree. I need to find a solid one I'm not gonna like destroy myself on or get stuck on. We'll figure it out. But it like shakes the snow off the tree if you bump into the solid trees. We'll find one. I just don't want to go too far off the road. Here we go. Here's one. I see one coming. So if you do this... Oh, and now it's not going to do it. I not hit it hard enough. It's not going to do it now. It was doing it before. Sometimes, I guess sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. You'll get trees that'll like shake the snow off. Which I think is kind of fun. This is where a lot of missions, the logging here is pretty nice too. It's definitely like when you start logging, it's like, wow, this was significantly easier than dealing with the logging in Michigan. Do I need this? You know what? We should probably drag this truck with us too. Why don't we do that? In hindsight, I didn't even need this fuel vehicle out here. I could have taken this one as well. So we'll fill up with it and drag it with us. This is one of the ones we're going to empty, so... I don't know if you saw in the... depending on if I cut it all the way or not, but because that was a really long trip, I don't know if I'm going to fast forward the whole thing. But I might leave in the spot where I was very much failing at getting through the White Valley portal. Just kept clicking the wrong button and zoning back into the other one. It is what it is. It happens. I'm interested to see what mod makers do with the FEM-AT, because that's going to be some pretty wild mods, I'm sure. Like, it's already a really strong vehicle, just uses a ton of gas. But it has a lot of cool add-ons. I guess it doesn't really have any unique add-ons. Like, there's nothing special about it, right? Like, even the Kenny gets its weird flatbed, but like, it's nothing special. Refuel. Yeah, this thing's getting kind of low too. I'm not going to be filling much up with this. We might be able to get rid of one of those smaller tow-behind fuel trailers by the end, but I don't think so. I think we're still going to be having them all there. All right, let's see if I can get through portals with towing a truck behind me. I just did it again. You have to hold X to switch to the next thing. Or in my case, square, which is not X. Did I? Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna drop this off sort of by the other fuel truck. Nope. This was the problem I was having. Okay. So let's get this stuff delivered. And talk about white. Ooh. I pop a tire. I did pop a tire. Did I? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Hopefully it's not leaking fuel. I guess if it is, it's not the end of the world. I think we'll be okay if I run it out of fuel. We'll just tow it. I'll leave it by the a cat, and the cat can tow it back if it's got a flat. Let's keep it slow in here. So we got to make a right here past the factory, I think. We'll take a look here once we get up by the fuel truck. When we drop this off. This is going to be the hardest trip for this wind steer. It's getting it through that. Do I have to turn right there, though? Did I block my path? No, I did not. Good. Yeah, we got to go here. Okay. I just released it. That's how I do it. That right there is how I do it. Yeah, let's just get this thing off to the side if we can. Just like that. So yeah, we just got to drop off one here and then one at the airdrome, which is right by the garage. So we'll just turn it. We'll bring this to the garage right away. Be done with this one. And then I think for the very end, we'll do a fuel truck return montage. And then I'll probably just put in numbers. Is this the way? This is the way. Let's just go in low right away in case we need diff lock. Whoa. No rolling. You don't get to roll. There we go. That was a little sketchy. The wind steer wanted to turn into flip steer. It's all about being slow with this thing. If you go slow, it's fine. But if you try and go fast, you can have issues quickly. All right, cargo container 1. Let's get this back this way. We're gonna go back out to the road again, I think. Take this way to the airdrome. We'll see if we can find an orange color scheme. I think there is one. Because this guy's definitely coming with us. I don't think I'm ever going to sell this truck. It's too fun. It has plenty of uses. This will be my one remaining vanilla truck. I guess the Lodestar. I probably won't ever sell the Lodestar either. Lodestar's too good. It's very strong and heavy scout as well. Like it can actually sometimes pull vehicles back. You know, be a recovery vehicle. It does have the ability to use a crane. I could use it. I could throw a crane on it and go pick cargo off the ground if I need to. Okay, we're going a little fast. Don't want to impale the grill. Actually, I think what we're going to do, seeing as it's going to take a little bit, and it's about, let's see what time it is when we stop here. Might use up some of the night and do our fuel run, get all the fuel back before we do the last turn in. Don't fail me now, wind steer. Two pieces of cargo left. This episode might be a little bit long, but we're going to go as long as it takes. According to my timer, it is that we did do a very large cut, though. Very large speed up. Come on, you can make it. I believe. Once we get, we're gonna put the mud tires back on this thing. Give it its good wide mud. I think we might. Feel like there's a dual mud tire, possibly, which definitely like fixes a lot of the stability issues. We'll take a look. fill it up, take it to the garage. Trying to think what's the easiest way to turn in here with this thing. Don't. Nope. Okay, fill it up. Yeah, this one's got some excess, so we might be able to get rid of one of these small trailers. But that means there's going to be 4 full 978 gallon trailers. Hello, graphics bug. That's okay, Bob will fix that. Okay. First things first. Tires. So, is there dual rears? I feel like there was. Nope, there's not. Well, in that case, we're doing these. The 4s are definitely the better ones for off-road. I guess, what are these? What are... Nope, it's these. Those are the dual. They're off-road. No way. We're doing these. We're doing these right here. Get rid of these. And color. That's the original, I think. It's not orange enough. All right, wind steer done. Let's. What time is it? 21:14. Let me get. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find our dairy special. I'm just gonna get it up the road here to White Valley. We'll tow. You know what we'll do is I'm just going to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to White Valley. I'm going to get all the fuel back. Get all the fuel trucks back. And we'll end with this. So we will be back in a second. Okay, we are back. And we have 4,319 gallons of fuel that we are taking with us. So, yeah. Minus whatever we use, I guess, in the... oh, that was right. I wanted to... This thing needs its advanced special gearbox, I noticed. Okay. This thing can go. All right. Let's finish it off. So as we're getting over here, just wanted to thank everybody for the support. It's been fun. We're now 2 seasons in. We're gonna go into season 3, and that is Taymyr. And it's been amazing. I'm playing a game that I have fun playing and building a community and having, you know, just a great time doing it. So I really appreciate it. It's been eye-opening sometimes. Sometimes it's interesting to me to you know, read some of the comments, some of the support. It's weird for me to react to support sometimes. It's also weird for me to react to criticism, which I haven't really gotten too much of that, but never know. That could increase. Who knows? But it's been a fun time. So I just wanted to thank everybody. And we will continue going. And like I said, this is going to move to Taymyr. We're probably either in Season 12 or going to be going into Season 12 pretty soon in the hard mode save. And Expeditions is coming soon. We're in the very first week of February, but obviously we're a month away. So Expeditions will be happening. We'll figure that out once that happens. But I'm very excited. So, but this is it. We are done with Alaska. Right there. Oops. And restore crane, pack cargo. And now, oops. Nope, nope. That's not what I wanted. I don't want you. We're done. Done, done, done. So let's just double check. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. 100%. 81 of 81. We got $474,000 out of that. Where did it all go? Oh, that's right. We bought a bunch of mod vehicles. So, on that note, as always, I really do appreciate everything again. If you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, or subscribing, or any version or combination of the three, I would appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.